most speaking conventions you have, we were strictly focusing on the innovative part. So when you come there, when you being a part of this conference, you will learn of what is happening over the next 5 to 10 years in more than one different aspects of speaking. And that is why we divided the program into different streams: audio, events, business and markets. And of course, a big part is going to be technology. But overarching all of this is the idea. It is not about speaking. It is about how do we become more innovative as professional speakers or people who speak frequently in the next couple of years, because this market, the speaking market, is going to change dramatically. So everybody we invited is an expert in one of these areas, either technology or audio or markets and events. I'm personally looking forward most to the event part, because that is what concerns most of the speakers most. And that is the thing that has changed already quite a bit. And in these 2 days, we are going to float through these topics in a very condensed way. Let me put it like that. All the streams will have different interaction formats. Sometimes we have a classical keynote, a debate, and at the end, we always will have all speakers coming together again at a panel and discussing and debating and interact with the audience about what has been said in that stream. So meaning when you have been in a different stream, you can go to a panel, for instance, in marketing and markets, and get everything in terms of information that as a summary, right? Even if you have been at the music, let's say at a music stream. So there is 3 streams every day, different ones, and all the speakers globally we invited are experts in these particular markets. So they might not be the most common speakers you've seen, because we've heard these guys, but they contribute, and that's very important. They contribute to the future of that industry. And that is what we all look forward to, get insights about that particular industry. So this is what you can expect, except a lot of fun and interaction, because we are, everybody who's coming is contributing as a smart person. So we look forward to the input of the speakers, or the contributors as we call them, and every participant, because their input is as valid as the input of the speakers. To deliver on that goal, we have to talk about the innovation in speaking, to talk about the future of the speaking market. We divided these 2 and 3 days into different streams. We will have 3 streams per conference day. And it is going to be a lot, of course, about technology. That's one of the major topics, because there we already have seen a lot of changes over the last year. And this is going to continue in a way we cannot even imagine yet. Then, of course, we talk about business and markets. So how is it going to be different that speakers market their business, and how is the market coming to speakers? That's stream number 2. And then there is a third stream that is, of course, the event stream, because the event industry and the speaking industry with it is going to change dramatically as well. And the 4th stream, so as said, every day we have 3, and the fourth stream at the second day is going to be audio, because a good voice, especially if you're working online, is absolutely important. And we talk about all the exciting things coming up in that market. Now, of course, you have to decide what kind of stream you want to take You have three options on day one. You have three different options on day two. And of course, this is always at a conference the case. You're going to miss things. That is why at the end of every stream, we invited all the speakers of the streams back to panels, and they discuss what has been said, what has been debated, and maybe there is even more and new ideas that coming into these panels. So imagine you have been in stream audio and you want to hear what has been said in stream events. You're more than welcome to join that stream for the panel discussion. It starts with that idea of a symphony, that you want to create an experience for the attendees that is unique in a way that when they leave, when they switch off their computers after the show, that they say, wow, this was an overall experience. That was not just one or two good speakers or contributions, but the overall idea was carrying me as a participant, as an attendee, through that days. And this is the most important aspect in choosing the right speakers for the right topics, depending on their nationality, depending on their particular experience. There were more speakers that applied, but for us, it was important to really make a selection that contributed to the overall goal of that conference, to really bring the innovative part of speaking to the center of the attention of the conference. To me, that is a thing that comes quite naturally, because there is only when you look from different and diverse perspectives to one particular topic, you can grab the essence of this topic. So actually the diversity came, I wouldn't say automatically, but it came naturally to that topic. There were so many interesting perspectives to be considered, from experts from the industry, from different generations, from different technological backgrounds. And the pedigree of that makes it so diverse in the end in the program. But it wasn't actually looking for it, but it was more that the diversity came to us because the nature of the program and the topic was just asking for it, and that was actually an easy part. So the the aspect of course bringing people globally together is very easily done virtually, but beyond that, it is, I always call it the majority of the minorities. And the future is going to be determined by minorities in terms of thinking, in terms of being rebellious about what they want. The majority never is rebellious, never. So change, and when we speak about innovation, it is foremost about changing things, is mostly happening by a constant minority. And what we did, we brought together a constant minority and created something new out of that. The value is indeed the most important part. The audience will judge the success of this conference, how much in how much value it brought to their professional lives, either as a speaker professionally in terms of I'm earning money with this, or even if you are let's say you are the chief marketing officer of a bigger corporation, and you have a couple of people in your company that speak regularly, but not for money because they are paid by the company. But even then, it is good if these people are getting the value of something that is going to happen over the next 2 decades. That's maybe a time frame you can overlook. This is when these people get to know, okay, this is where I should look. This is what I should pay attention to. And the moment you do this, it is so much more valuable. And then you really create this nucleus that people take away and not just a nice speech. Indeed, what you say, we have contributors that are experts in their field, and most of them are pretty good speakers. That is indeed true. The short-term relevance, of course, is coming from the pain we feel, because the pandemic brought us into a situation we didn't want to be in voluntarily, and we had, as speakers, or everybody basically in that market, in this communication market, had to adapt quickly. And that quickly means, okay, I buy a new camera, I do no light, I have to have this, and I have to change the way I interact. That's the short-term thing. And indeed, already at Innovation in Speaking, we are going to talk about how quickly we could adapt and what were the best ways to do that, and with what result we did that. That is fine. And then from after having felt this pain, now we need to look into the future and create that long-term advantage. Right, up to now, we last year was like, oh God, oh God. In the beginning, there was panic, and then there was reaction. And now we are going from that reaction in direction of action. And action always needs prospect thinking, needs talking about ideas that indeed maybe not come true in 5 years' time. But then you can create a chance to evaluate on what is this or that going to be worth in the market, how ripe is it, and these two things together, that short-term reaction change and that long-term, next 10 years speaking preparation, these two things together make, in my personal opinion, make the success of that convention.